Hey guys, today I want to talk about Pokemon investing. And this is one of my fears because this is probably one of the videos that are not like the others. They're not like the number based videos, the historical trends based videos, but this one is just based on something that I just think about from time to time, that I wonder if other people think about this, because I feel like most people either they downplay it or they don't really talk about it. And that's what happens if all of this is just worthless, right? We got some people like uh, Rudy from Alpha Investments who's time and time again proved that he's got the most resilience out of everyone, right? Because he's got no fear. He's 100% believed in trading cards. He's got like Magic, Pokemon, whatever, and he's had it for years, and he's been like huge in. He's got like cases and cases and cases, just so much product, right? And I feel like I do start to see talk about this when the market becomes too bullish and there's a lot of negative Timmies that start to talk about everything going to zero. And this could be just, the people who have nothing, right? And they're just preying on everyone else's downfall. But I wonder if people like Rudy, right, who has so much product, will sit there at night sometimes and just think about what happens if everything goes to zero. And he probably has some sort of large fund saved up already that he doesn't even have to worry if it goes to zero, but it's still a huge mental hit, right? Because you don't want to have the majority of your assets go to zero, even if you're gonna be okay. And the reason why I think about this is, in the end, no matter how you slice it, if you invest in Pokemon cards, it will still be mostly speculative, because you can say the numbers, and so far the numbers have said that you'll never lose investing in Pokemon, right? But never say never, and you don't know when the cycle breaks, right? It could never break. I could be delusional, but it also could break tomorrow. Like, realistically, not, but it could break anytime in the future, right? Especially when you start to dabble in Japanese, Korean, stuff like that, it which may be less strong than English. You really don't know. And that's why, especially when you hold a lot of product, don't others just can't help but wonder, what do you do if it all becomes worthless? Now, many will say, yeah, I'll just collect of what I like. And sure, even if you like, I love Hidden Fates, and I don't plan to ever sell my Hidden Fates. I plan to, buy a bunch of Sword and Shield boxes, Sun and Moon boxes, hold them, sell them, buy some 151, hold it, sell it, and I'll still keep my Hidden Fates, but I'm gonna plan to sell that. And even if you are a investor just to collect, and you plan to just hold on to it forever if it drops to zero, still, doesn't that hurt you that you spent $1,000 on a box and it's now worth 10? Not even. It's worth $0. Yeah, you have a box of cardboard that you like, but you spent $1,000 for it, when it now you can't even sell it for $10. Even if you like it so much, you lost a bunch of money still. So that's why I think the logic is flawed to say, I'll just invest in whatever I like, because at the end of the day, at least I'm stuck with something I like. I think regardless, it's going to be a hard blow if it all goes to zero, which I honestly doubt, especially with someone like Rudy, who he's been through like the times where the Pokemon franchise has been so weak. Especially in, I think, like 2015, 2016, it was so weak before the Pokemon Go game. Like, I feel like it was so dead before evolutions, where really, really, you need to be extremely bullish and extremely crazy to go all in at a time like that. But he clearly knows something that everyone else doesn't. And you just do wonder, like, even though it probably will never go to zero, because there's always someone who wants, and there's always rich people, and there's probably going to be rich people that, or at least well off, upper middle class, and the next generation of kids. There's always going to be someone that wants these, right? Because of how well they made this franchise, how diversified it is among the shows, the card games, all of that, the movies, and the amazing artworks that they have, and how cool the products are. Because if you're a collector, right, firsthand, that you'll be one of the fans, even when it's worth nothing. That's why I just think, if there's so many fans like that, how could it be worth nothing? But in the end, if we're looking historically and we think about it logically, it doesn't really make sense for the franchise to just go to zero, at least not in the near future, especially with how strong it is right now. And we know, even though it gets weaker in a couple years, it's cyclical, and it usually returns to new heights within a couple years, because of a variety of factors. No matter what it is, usually it does. Eventually it does cycle back to a huge bull market. Now, if I just really want to know, this is one of the videos where I really want to hear from other people, and I want to know what you guys would think. If whatever collection you have, whatever investments you have, what would you do? And if they went to zero? And what do you think the likelihood is? Especially those people that say they're in it for the long game, the long horizon, 10 plus years. Who knows what it looks like in 10 years? It could be even stronger, but what if it's not? So I really wonder what people's strategies are. If you just keep piling in because you just believe 1000% in the Pokemon card market. What's really shown me over the last couple months, couple years, of what really is worrying to me, is that when the products reach a certain price point, a lot of people get priced out, and so you wait a long time to sell expensive items. For the most part, there's some really, really hot items that, like, I listed my special delivery Bidoof PSA 10, and it sold within a couple days, even for like $1,500. But most items, when they get up there and you list them, they don't sell like that. Especially, you see like those like vintage boxes, those black and white boxes, like, they don't move just like that unless you're willing to take a huge cut on the price, and then someone else is gonna buy it to try and flip it from you, right? That's what really worries me, because if the only really real way to make your products liquid is to sell to another speculator who's trying to flip it, is that really a strong business model? Is that really a safe business model? But then again, people have been doing this for years and it's worked. So I really don't know. And I plan to just, thug it out and just see how it goes, right? Because so far in the last 5 years, it's been going pretty well. And I do think it's going to continue to go up, because the franchise is going strong. The artworks are getting better. Everything is getting better. And if they continue in the trends they do now, there's no reason to believe that Pokemon will ever go to zero. But you know, everything has its life cycle. So let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about the investing in Pokemon cards at all? If you think it's a really, really bad idea, because could be. And if you have a large position, let me know what your plans are if it goes to zero, or you think it'll never go to zero. Let me know in the comments, guys. And if you enjoyed the video, you know, just subscribe, join the journey. See you guys.